Good morning. So what are you doing are you doing like a walk on like an incline walk? How is that working, Jason? Oh, nice. Hello, Connie. How are you? I have a question. Is it okay to take Tirzepatide and Semaglutide at the same time? Can you grab my other phone, babe? My other iPhone is in the room. Just my other iPhone. It's in my office. Yes, if I can't give you, medical advice or clearance on that per se, without knowing dosing or anything like that, but in a general sense, if you're on not too high of a dose, I think that's totally fine. Thanks.
Go work out.
And work out? Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
You want more?
Am I what? I don't know what you're saying right now. Your lips are moving, but I have no idea what you're saying right now. Love you. Have a good workout. Bye-bye. I'm helping these people. You got my notifications, Darlene. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I think it was interesting. I didn't know what the heck was going on there. Whew. That thing is bright. That was my fiance. She's taking off to the gym right now. So I'm fuller too, but would higher doses be better for weight loss? It depends. It does depend. You don't want to rush on higher doses. You don't. Our whole thing, guys, is we keep you on the lowest dose possible. The lowest dose possible is the best way to go because it's going to minimize your side effects. It's going to minimize your complications, and it's going to maximize your results. So low dose is the way to go. And we'll teach you this stuff. This stuff is not common knowledge, unfortunately. Darlene, you only got the YouTube notification. Well, you wouldn't get the text message because we're not texting people in the morning, but you're telling me that you're still not getting the TikTok notification, even though you have your notifications turned on. That's crazy. That is so nuts to me. I'd like to know what the heck TikTok is doing. Like I said, I have a theory about the TikTok lords. And the power that these lords are granted. That is so crazy. It is so crazy that TikTok is not giving you guys notifications, and you guys all have your TikTok notifications turned on. Like, I don't understand. Unless it's by design, which I kind of feel like it is by design. I don't know. Kind of nuts. Gosh, that's crazy. Are some people non-responders? 458-371, 458-371. Okay, so the topic of non-responders. By the way, if you guys are watching me on YouTube, do me a big favor, say what's up, drop a comment. I just want to make sure you guys can see me and you can hear me on YouTube. Yeah, that's nuts. I think the TikTok lords are crazy. But anyways, okay, so the topic is non-responders. The answer is no. There's no such thing as non-responders. There's no such thing as slow responders. Now, let me explain. If your definition is simply, yeah, I'm getting slow results, I'm getting no results. If that's your only definition criteria, then sure, slow responders, non-responders exist. But the reality is that, well, there's many things. For me, when you start to agree with this concept of being a slow responder or a non-responder, it's a very slippery slope that can lead down a path where you begin to accept and become, it's a low responsibility point, and you sort of just tap out and give up. To me, slow responder, if we're defining it as somebody who's getting slow response, if somebody's getting slow results, all you got to do is you got to up your game. You need to put more effort in. You need more fasting. You need more low carb eating. You need some resistance training, possibly some stress management, some sleep optimization. There's so many different lifestyle strategies that can also improve metabolic health. And so because of that, I just have a hard time with the whole phrase. So anyways, that's where I come from. That's my opinion. Can we use you if we're at a good weight but want to lose more? Absolutely, MB. And anybody watching this, just so you know, so my name is Dr. Jones. I am a doctor of chiropractic, Dr. Ibrahim, but I have a medical staff, just so you know. So my medical team is the one that prescribes. We have all the GLP-1s, including retatrutide. We have 503A retatrutide. We have the peptides like BPC, TB500, the fat loss peptides, Semorolin, Tesamorolin, AOD. We have all those different peptides. And then we have anti-aging therapies, hormone therapies, methylene blue, low dose naltrexone, TRT, BHT. All these therapies are great. And I really want you guys to take advantage of them. But at the end of the day, without a solid plan of lifestyle interventions, you're not going to do good. You're not going to go far. You're going to waste your money. So that is really what we are known for. And so this number on my shirt, guys, the 229 number, which let me turn my mirror off. Now you guys can see this shirt here. That's easier to see. All you got to do if you want to reach out to us, shoot us a text message here with your name and your number, your name and your email. Let them know that you want to get scheduled for that free consultation. And since we were talking about it earlier, and by the way, you can work with us if you already have the medications. You just want the coaching. Maybe you want the coaching and you want to add the AOD. That's what a lot of people do. So do me a favor. Why don't we start with a little introduction? Let me know who's watching, what your name is, where you're watching from, and what sort of struggles and what sort of journey are you on. Share it with me. Drop it in the comments. Let me know. I'm here to support you guys and answer as many questions as I possibly can about you and your weight loss journey and help you utilize the GLP-1s as best as I possibly can. And if you guys want to get text message notifications for when I go live throughout the day, text the word Jones Live to the 229 number. We're going to do a separate opt-in list for the 5 a.m. lives. Obviously, if you want to get messaged at 5 in the morning. Bethany, I am scared because GLP-1, I already have IBS and GI issues. So Bethany, I understand. And the truth of the matter is the GLP-1s might either exacerbate your GI issues or they might make it better, or there might be no change. So if you follow the standard dosing protocol, the standard dosing schedule. Hey, Guy, did you get notified by TikTok this morning? I'm trying to figure out if the TikTok notifications are just not working for people, if they're not getting notified by the TikTok app is supposed to notify you if you're notified and you did not. You got it? You did get it, babe? No, Darlene says she didn't get it from TikTok. She got it from YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. So I think TikTok is doing it on purpose. But anyways, that is crazy. Hey, healthy me. I remember Shanita from Maryland is kicking butt. A1C is down to 5.9 from 612. Thank you for sharing that. Jason, I follow two for a few different vehicles and I don't get notifications for them. Yeah. That is so crazy. Well, you're only going to get notifications, chapter, if you have notifications turned on, but apparently not. Apparently TikTok is not going to do that. That's crazy. Katarina, did I miss your question? I apologize. Moderators, can you pin her question? We have plenty of time. Good morning, Robert. How are you, my friend? We have plenty of time to do a deep dive here. I'm taking glucophage. Can I take Ozempic? Sure. I can't, Katarina, there's no particular contraindication, but I can't give you medical advice, obviously. So I would reach out to your doctor and have them give you the stamp of approval. But just generally speaking, I'm not aware of any contraindications whatsoever. Don Shortman, if you can repeat your question, or if my moderators can pin that. No way. TikTok is not going away on Saturday. Get out of here. That would be crazy. No way. I don't see anything on the news. I just see that they're meeting. I see that Donald Trump says they're meeting to make some decisions, I guess, but I haven't seen anything about Amazon. Amazon put a bid to purchase TikTok. Holy crap. Mr. Beast would buy it. That would be crazy. That'd be nuts. Oh, man. So it's not going anywhere. I apologize, Don. Okay, there we go. Let me get your question, Don. How long before switching back from Retta to Terz? Retta just wasn't doing it for me. So, Don, I'm curious. So it obviously wasn't giving you enough appetite suppression. Chewy, you put in a bid as well? My man, Chewy. Chewy's going to buy TikTok, and then Chewy's going to make sure everybody gets Dr. Jones's notifications. I love it. So you might want to look, I don't have your history yet. I'd love to have a deeper conversation. You too, my friend. I'd love to have a conversation with you about what you did before you tried retatrutide. But chances are, my guess is that you would do better with a combo. Chewy, I'll go in with you. We'll buy TikTok together. You would you would do really well with the combo of tirzepatide and retatrutide. So a combo would do really good for you, I think. So I'd love to see you do that. Is it normal to still have cravings the first week? Yes, that can totally be the case. So you guys have to remember that when you take your first injection, you have to get past the threshold of symptoms, the threshold of effect. And depending on where you're starting at, depending on your current insulin resistance levels, on your current inflammation levels. Good morning, Seashell. Thank you for dropping that. Good morning. Anybody else watching me on YouTube? Say what's up. Drop a comment. How would you stack tirzepatide and retatrutide? Well, this is where medical this is where you need medical guidance, right? There's no cookie cutter formula that you can just follow. When we're working with patients, we're finding out the right combo for them, tailoring it, keep it with all under the narrative of keeping people on the lowest dose. Plus, we always like to do a medication reset when possible, a metabolic reset. So that's also very helpful. Jason, in 1 year, I want to lose 40 more, and Tirzepatide 15 AOD started this week. So we're going to have to break that stall first, my friend. And that's where the resets might come in. Don, I was on Terz for 8 months. I do Tessa and AOD too. Yeah, I think it's a reset is going to be what we would do if you're working with us. Bethany, we talked about that. Approaching this from the lowest dose narrative is the way to go. Chewy, try that. See if you uninstall it and reinstall it, and let us know if that works. User, I've been on Doramine and would like to change to Retatrutide. I don't have experience with Doramine, so I can't comment, but I can tell you about Retatrutide, the triple G, and how amazing Retatrutide is. You are so cute. Oh, you are so cute, baby. Chris Boye, heard they are banning the GLP-1 in May. It's junk. Synthetic destroys muscles. Chris Boye is wrong. My boy does not understand science. My boy needs to study some science. So, no, GLP-1s do not destroy muscle, my friend. You know what destroys muscle? Losing weight without proper resistance training, without adequate protein intake, and a little bit of ignorance. Ignorance destroys protein too as well, by the way. But GLP-1s inherently on their own do not destroy muscle mass. In fact, reducing inflammation and improving insulin resistance actually would foster muscular growth. What kind of research did you do, my boy? I'm on a stall and I'm upping my calories. I also coach and we provide services for thousands of patients on GLP-1s, but I'd love to hear what your research is. It's probably some bro research. Everybody's an expert nowadays. Venetia, I'm at a stall and I'm upping my calories is where I'm going to start thanks to your advice. Fantastic, Venetia. I'm super happy to hear that. Guys, if you just joined us, welcome. So my name is Dr. Jones. I have clinics. We service across the nation, all 50 states. I work with my medical practitioners. They prescribe and I coach. And we have a platform for helping you achieve your desired results, maintaining your weight loss. Let me know in the comments, is that what it's all about? Do you want long-term weight maintenance or short-term weight loss? What do you guys care about more? Isabel, how much protein should I eat in a day? About 1 gram per pound of target body weight is a really good range to shoot for. 1 pound per gram target body weight. You can't have long-term weight loss without short-term weight loss, right? So both is a good answer. That's funny. What does a reset look like? Simona, it depends what kind of reset. If we're talking about a metabolic reset, a metabolic reset is where we figure out how many calories you're consuming. We put you on a plan to start eating just a little bit above that. And then week by week, we slowly increase the calories. We pay attention to your symptoms, your brain fog, your tiredness, your constipation, you're feeling cold, your achy body. We look for improvements in those symptoms. And then we pay attention to the scale. What is the scale doing? The scale should not be increasing. It's always crazy when people start eating more and they don't gain weight. They're always confused because it's the way that we slowly increase the eating. See, if you increased your intake really fast, which may not seem fast, but if you jumped from your deficit to normal eating, you would start gaining weight. So it has to be a slow weekly increase of your intake to give your metabolism enough time to speed up and come out of starvation mode. That's what it's all about. Big Bird, I lost more weight on the second dose than now on the top 2 doses. Yeah, Big Bird, I'm sorry that they told you to continue to increase your dose. This is the world we live in. Horrible GLP-1 advice. The world we live in is crappy GLP-1 advice. That's what it is. And it sucks because, you guys are getting screwed. You guys are getting screwed by being told really wonky things. Instead of increasing your dose, you could have increased your lifestyle. You could have done some fasting, some keto, some carnivore, some weight training. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many things. Greg, options for continuing injections while traveling abroad. Refrigeration is a challenge. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have any way to keep the stuff cold, then there's no options, unfortunately, Greg. But maybe take some tesofensine, take some pills. Tesofensine can suppress your appetite and give you some amount of control. We do have tesofensine. I took how much did I take? 1 milligram. I took 1,000 micrograms on Tuesday, which is the day that I didn't eat. I didn't eat from Monday night to Wednesday night. I did a 48-hour. And so I took the tesofensine and it helped a lot. Why are some people non-responders to this amazing GLP-1 tool? There's no such thing as non-responders, Dorina. And I'd love to take a deeper dive with you guys later. There's no such thing as non-responders. What there is people that aren't getting results. And what that means is they're too metabolically dysfunctional. What that means is they have to implement lifestyle to address their insulin resistance at the same time. That's what that means. Big Bird, so guessing I should go back down. Well, the problem is, Big Bird, you've already desensitized your receptor sites. So if you just go back down, you actually are going to start gaining weight. What we would do with you if you were working with us is we would actually do what's called a medication reset. A medication and a metabolic reset are, in my opinion, the most powerful tools and what you need to do to be successful. Healthy Me, BMR was 1,300. Now it's 1,450. Lost 20 pounds. Should I increase calories? Yes, I would. If you're still losing weight consistently, at this point, you want to preventostol. You keep doing your 48, and then you increase your intake on the other days. Man on Retatrutide. I didn't see your application, Man on Retatrutide. I thought you wanted to apply for the call center role. 1.5 pounds lost this week. Is that okay? I don't know how much you currently weigh, but in my program, we like to shoot for 1% of your body weight loss per week. Chewy, once I hit my goal, how do you determine maintenance dose? Maintenance dose is the lowest dose that you need to maintain your weight. It's the lowest dose that you need to get the weight loss. The same narrative applies. The same rule applies. Joe, Merlot, maybe they eat too much. Possibly. It's possible. It's always possible if someone's not losing weight, that they're not in starvation mode, that they're simply just eating too much. But I can tell you confidently on GLP-1s, most of the time they're not eating too much because GLP-1s make it pretty damn hard to eat too much. What is a medication reset? A medication reset is where we, under medical supervision, my medical providers and me and my coaches slowly decrease your dose. We're very careful about it. We make sure that your body doesn't freak out. We make sure that you don't start blowing up and gaining weight. We get you down to a dose of 0. You maintain the dose of 0 for about 3 whole weeks. And then we slowly escalate your dose, keeping you on the lowest dose. Greg, I'm going to replace you with Hims, or I'm going to replace Hims with you. Fantastic, Greg. I really appreciate that. And I promise you, we won't let you down. Greg, we have different levels of coaching. So the student and the warrior are my 2 levels of coaching. Warrior is if you want more access to me, but it costs more money. Student is if you want more access to my coaches, but you still have access to me on the group calls, on the large group calls. So either way, get some coaching and I'd love to help, my friend. Simone, I don't feel that much hunger suppression even on 15 milligrams of tirzepatide. That is because you are completely down-regulated. Your receptor sites are blown. They don't respond to 15 milligrams of tirzepatide. That is so crazy, but it's not crazy. But it is crazy, but it's not crazy. If you know what I mean. It's not crazy to me, but the concept is crazy that doctors do this. You got screwed, royally screwed by your doctors because you should have never been told to go that high to begin with. But here you are. The only way you're going to get out of this situation and start losing again is with a very carefully executed medication reset. Shoot us a text message. We can help you with that. MAGA baby, Dr. Jones, is there anything you can do to help patients gain weight? I am underweight. Yes, we can. Testosterone, growth hormone, protein, fat, carbs, lifting weights. There's a lot we can help you to do. Monica, what do you think about now? You could be underweight because you have really poor digestion. So we can take a look at your digestion and clean that up. We have many different protocols for doing that. Monica, what do you think about these packets of 2Ts and fiber that are supposed to be natural GLP-1s? They are not natural GLP-1s to any level, to any degree. Do they stimulate GLP-1? Yes. But let me give you guys a frame of reference. A GLP-1 injection is probably 100 times more effective than the fiber in tea. Do I not like the fiber in tea? No, it's a great product. It's very overpriced, and I can't stand the company because when you pay $200, half of it goes to the sales reps. It's an MLM. I can't stand that. So, but it's a phenomenal product nonetheless. I have it. I take it all the time. I take it on my fasting days. It's great. I stack it with my GLP-1s. Lauren, I've been on tirzepatide since February 3rd, lost 21 pounds, and I've been stalled for 3 weeks. Recommendations. You need a metabolic reset. A metabolic reset is that's the bread and butter of what we're known for and what we can do with you to help. Shoot us a text message right here, 229 number. If anybody wants to get coaching guidance, it starts with a free consultation with my team. Dorina, week 6 compounded tirzepatide. Actually, let me get to Lauren's question. I'm on 5 milligrams trying to stay low dose for a long time. Oh, you're just sharing that. Fantastic, Lauren. I love it. I'm going to give you a digital high five. There you go. Everybody feel the high five. It's great, isn't it? Yeah, stay on the lowest dose possible for as long as you can. Love it. Love it. 5 milligrams of compounded protein high, calories low, no weight loss. Is that normal? No, it's not normal. You are in a stall, Dorina. And a reset is probably what's needed. And if anybody, like, I'm going to talk to you guys about the reset. If you guys want to learn, stay tuned today, this morning. I have plenty of time. I will teach you guys about the reset. What does that look like? What do you need to do? How do you do the reset? And how do you prevent your stall from happening again? Big Nets just started tomorrow. Heard night is best time to take the shot. No, there is no best time. Morning or evening is totally fine. MAGA baby. I'm currently on TRT, estrogen, and progesterone. Fantastic. But I do have Hashimoto's. So if you have an autoimmune disease, then you need to take low dose naltrexone with your GLP-1. And if you can budget, I would also have you consider BPC and KPV. Those are really powerful peptides that can also aid in the gut healing process. Lisa, what is 50 milligrams of Zepbound equivalent to? Seems like a lot. Yeah, 50 milligrams of Zepbound would probably put you in the hospital and maybe even worse. So 50 milligrams of the max dose of Zepbound is 15 milligrams. I hope no one's taking 50. That's crazy. Does it help you lose even more weight? Does what help you lose more weight? Johnny, I've been on Semaglutide for 3 weeks now, and I don't feel or notice anything different. Johnny, be patient, my friend. Also, it's time. You're gonna love this one, Johnny. It's time to get off your ass and get to work. Now, maybe you're like, but Dr. Jones, I am getting to work. Okay, well then be patient. But if you're not getting to work and you're just sitting on your ass waiting for the medication to kick in, well, it's time to get off your ass. Start some intermittent fasting. Stop eating carbohydrates. Start eating more fat. Get your butt to the gym 3 days a week. Heavy resistance training. Work on improving your sleep quality. Work on some stress management techniques. And there's plenty more. This is what I call the 10 pillars of lasting weight loss. Fantastic. Just sent a text to my office. You should get an auto text message back. Super excited to start working with you. Simona says, just a bunch of fancy words and no real info. Do you really feel that way, Simona? You know, I'm not offended. And I take criticism very constructively, because what's the point of listening to people if you don't want to get better? So I know if I ask everybody else, I doubt anybody else would feel that way. But Simona, what is it specifically that made you feel like I'm just throwing a bunch of fancy words? Did you have any more questions that I haven't answered? Because I'd love to help you out as much as I possibly can, despite you feeling like objectively I'm just throwing a bunch of fancy words. But thank you for telling me my words are really fancy. Mana Manjaro, does a higher dose slowly of Retta mean more weight loss due to glucagon agonist? There's no direct answer for that. We just know that splitting your Retta dosing is better. Hello, Manjaro Journey. Happy to have you here in the channel. Privy, thoughts on having protein while on GLP-1? You need to have protein. I don't care whether you're on GLP-1 or not. 1 gram per pound of target body weight is what you need. No weight loss, only low blood sugar levels, low inflammation. Valencia, that's great that your blood sugar level is dropping, that your inflammation is dropping, but there needs to be more that you need to do. Try some fasting, try some low carb eating. Give me some more details of what's going on, and I'll do my best to help. Valencia, you're on the starter dose of Ozempic. So many doctors will tell you, just increase your dose, just increase your dose. But we would focus on addressing lifestyle first. Manjaro Journey, do you have any feedback for splitting the dose of 2.5 twice a week, each 4 days? Yeah, I mean, we have people that do that. Splitting your dose is okay if it's working for you. Your total dose in that scenario is 5. Focus on trying to implement lifestyle over increasing your dose. That is the theme here. Deke, I've lost 25 pounds, Zepbound 9 weeks in. Is that a good progress? It might be, but I don't know your current weight. So we deal with percentages. In my program, we shoot for 1% of your body weight loss per week. Justin, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Protein Queen. I use clear protein and love zero carb. 0 carb, 0 sugar. Fantastic. Manjaro, do you have any feedback for splitting? We talked about that. Dr. Ibrahim. So Dr. Ibrahim, fair question. So I have a medical team, and that's where the prescriptions come into play. I've been in the weight loss arena for 20 years. I started with my own personal journey. I had I lost 100 pounds and I yo-yoed, as you guys can see. I've just been really, really passionate about weight loss and metabolic health. And so this is what I do. This is all that I do. And I read a lot of literature. So there you go. Deke started at 240, now 215. So what percent of your body weight have you lost per week? That's the calculation. So for me, I think a good goal to shoot for is 1% of body weight. So if you weigh 240, I would want to see you losing about 2.4 pounds per week. Yeah, I mean, I've been doing functional medicine since I became a DC, but I think the weight loss, the amount of experience I have with weight loss for such a long period of time, I mean, I literally train my medical providers on all the functional side of things, how people are responding, because I'm the one that's in the trenches coaching everybody, and I coach my coaches and I train the medical practitioners. And this is why we get such really good results. Deke, I've been on Zepbound for 9 weeks. All right. And so tell me more. Oh, okay. You were at 240, right? 9 weeks, 240 to 220, I think you said 210. I think that's good. That sounds like a good amount. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. If you just hopped into the live, my name is Dr. Jones. I have clinics. We service across the nation, all 50 states. My medical practitioners, they focus on prescribing, and I focus on coaching. So we have a very awesome platform. We service all 50 states. We essentially, to summarize, guarantee results with my Flow Warrior coaching program. So like I continue to coach you beyond the coaching period that you pay for if we don't hit the target. And I mean that, right? Like I have people that I will keep working with to get them there. So this is something that we are known for, is our dosing strategies. And our whole narrative here is keeping you on the lowest doses of the GLP-1 as possible. The lowest dose gets the job done. I want to make sure you guys understand that. The lowest dose is what gets the job done. Could gout be a side effect of Mounjaro? Unlikely. I haven't seen or heard of anybody getting gout from GLP-1. So what is the best way to inject in the thigh? You just inject into the thigh. Like any fat tissue in the thigh, I'd probably go lateral distal quad, meaning outside closer to the knee. What is the yeah, actually I just posted a video about injections, and I showed you where you would inject on the thigh. It was actually on the TikTok. I did pretty good, actually. We got like 100,000 views, I think. Yeah, I would agree. Tesamorelin and any of the growth hormone peptides can impact your blood pressure. So this is why we have a medical team. This is why we require blood pressure and so many other things when you're working with us. Greg, any connection between the location of injection and side effects such as nausea? Yes. Individual variability, individual reaction to the meds, depending on location of injection, is a very real thing. It's kind of crazy, right? Like you wouldn't think, but it really is a thing. And so some people can get massively better results and absorption one area versus another. Chewy, we do have there is a Dr. Dan and Dr. Dean video. There's two. I have two videos of me and Dr. Dan on the YouTube. And me and him have just been so busy. We're probably going to do some more podcasts in person because I have this studio set up now. And so me and him are probably going to do some real face-to-face podcasting, which is great. Hey, Greg. Super happy to hear that, my friend. Monica, do you lose more weight if you inject in the stomach as opposed to the arm or thigh? So, Monica, it's different person to person. Every single individual has different variability in how they respond. Some people will respond more in one area versus another person responding less in a different area. Individual variability is massive. Gamora, I've made a lot of videos about dosing, about keeping you on the lowest dose possible. So that's probably my video. But I don't know. I mean, are other people making videos about staying on a low dose? I don't know. Barney's mom. Is that Barney's mom from How I Met Your Mother? Oh, that's funny. I mean, yeah, if you're stalled on 15 milligrams, then you're in a tough place, my friend. You know, when people come to us in this situation, it requires a lot of work. It requires a medication reset, a metabolic reset, and it's a process. It's a tough process, but we do it all the time. Otherwise, if you just stay on the large dose that you're on, you're not going to lose weight. You're stuck. You're stalled, and you're starving, and you probably don't feel great. Heather, I look forward to having a pod with Dr. Tina. I really do. I definitely would love that. Becky, I've been doing L-carnitine at 600, and I've heard that we should do 250 on account and not being able to. Not being able to absorb. Gotcha. You know, we don't really utilize L-carnitine as much, Becky. L-carnitine, lipotropic shots, like, to me, I've never seen any of those really move the needle that much. I've never really seen any of those do much, if I'm being honest. And so that's why we don't really talk about them that much. With BPC, do you like 3 months on, 1 month off? You could do like 3 to 4 months on, 1 month off. I think that's solid. I was taking with AOD and thought it would help move the fat cell. You know, Becky, I'm not saying that it doesn't help, but I've never really seen it make that much of a difference. But if you think it's helping you, go for it. But AOD mobilizes a fat. Yes, carnitine can help move that. But if you're not in a deficit, you're not in a deficit. If you're in a calorie deficit and you already have help mobilizing the fat from the AOD, carnitine to help move the fat, it just seems like another piece that your body ends up doing on its own. I haven't really seen it be an issue. Yeah, I think there's more important things to stress about than the L-carnitine. But, you know, if it's cheap, how much are you paying for the L-carnitine? And if it's, you know, if it's giving you energy, that's great. User, I was on 15 milligrams for 4 months, having no weight loss, went down to 10. I'm slowly starting to lose. Yeah, I think you probably need a full-blown medication reset where we work you completely off the medication. That's what it sounds like you need. more so than anything else. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's super cheap, right? So why not? Welcome, welcome, everybody. If you just joined us. So, my name is Dr. Jones. I have clinics. We service across the nation, all 50 states. I work with my medical practitioners. Hey, Jenny, how are you? They prescribe and I coach. And so we have a platform for ensuring that you make the changes to your health that you need to make in order to maintain your weight loss. Maintaining your weight loss is the most important thing to me, and I know it is to you. And so the only way you're going to be able to actually achieve and maintain weight loss is by fixing your metabolic health. There's just no other way to do it. You have to fix your metabolic health in order to be successful long term. And so the way that you fix your metabolic health is actually very comprehensive. Like there's a lot of different things, there's a lot of different nuances, there's a lot of different pieces to that. And so we do comprehensive lab testing and we work with you in order to accomplish the result, in order to accomplish it. So this phone number right here is the best way to reach out to my team. So all you got to do is shoot us a text message. Be sure to include your name and your email and let them know that you want to get set up for that free consultation with my team. Can you explain the medication reset? So the medication reset is a very careful process through which me and my medical providers work towards slowly decreasing your dose down to 0, making sure that you're not gaining weight, making sure that you're not, that you're stable. And then they get you down to 0. And then 3 more weeks at 0. Meanwhile, you're improving your inflammation, you're improving your sleep. Like you're very much treating the body as well as you possibly can, giving your body the ability to heal, right? Because that's what the body needs to do at that time. So you work on that, and then your body, once you get back to that starter dose, this is where it gets really cool. You get back to the starter dose, and now your body is responsive to the medication again. And so we can keep you at the lowest dose. But this is all done under medical supervision. So, Gamora, I eat about 90 grams of protein, and now my BUN and creatine is elevated. Is that normal? All other abs are fabulous. I mean, you might be dehydrated. I don't know. I would definitely talk to your doctor who's regularly looking at your blood work, but 90 grams of protein is not that much. Like 90 grams of protein is it's not much. I wouldn't even say that's enough for most people. Oh, Becky, I appreciate that. Thank you for sharing the message and letting everybody know. Guys, I do go live multiple times a day. And so make sure you, if you want to get a text message anytime that I go live, since the TikTok notifications apparently suck. TikTok notifications are awful, apparently. If you want to get notified, shoot us the word Jones Live to the 229 number. Get yourself scheduled. We will have to set up a morning opt-in as well. Oh, I know, Becky. We used to have like 200 plus in my lives. Yeah, I don't. Most likely, the morning lives are not going to stay, Chewy. So that's why it's not that big of a deal. That's kind of why I'm like, should I do the opt-in? Should I not? You opted in to be notified yesterday for when you go live, and today in my preferences were switched. What the? That is so crazy. Yeah, I do wonder if you have to click all under the settings. That's crazy. Leo, I just took my first shot for 2 days ago, and so far, only side effects is a headache. Is that normal? Are headaches normal? No. It sounds like you might be dehydrated, not getting enough electrolytes. Yeah, Chewy says he has all, and they're still not notifying Chewy when Dr. J goes live. It's crazy. Hey, chapter 2. Yeah, you're in Florida, so 5 a.m. for me is 7 a.m. for you, huh? That's crazy. Oh, man. Yeah, I've been going live. It's kind of all over the place because I have, if I ever have a coaching call that cancels, then I go live during the day. So that's why the text message, that's why you guys should be on my opt-in list. So that way you can get the text message notifications in the afternoon. Sometimes I go live in the middle of the day too. YouTube notifies me. So maybe I should just go live on YouTube every time. I'm trying to go live on YouTube every time as well. Jenny on YouTube, how long can I safely stay on Tirzepatide? 2.5. I feel so much better overall on it. You can stay on it for, I can't give you medical advice, Jenny, but you can stay on it as long as possible. I got a lot of fans here. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I need your guys' help to get my lives back to where it used to be. Basically, I'm not blaming the algorithm. Apparently, my live is just not good enough, so I have to get better. My fiance says that I need to be less lecturing. I'm actually curious before I end. I wouldn't mind asking your guys' feedback. My fiance thinks that I lecture too much and that I need to be more personal and talkative. So I try to do that because I am really serious. So it obviously just comes out like that's just what happens. I become Mr. Lecturer and educator and, but she thinks that if I was just more relaxed and more talkative and not lecturing that it would probably do better. She might be wrong. She might be right. I don't know. Vegas Girl, does your office work with autoimmune? Yes, we do, Vegas Girl. Now, you would still have to have communication with your doctors to wean off of your traditional medications, but we will support that process as much as possible. I cannot stand autoimmune medications. They freaking are, they're awful for your health. And there's so many alternatives that we can do for you to get you off your autoimmune medications like low dose naltrexone, BPC, KPV. Shoot us a text message at the 229 number and get yourself scheduled, and we can help you with the autoimmune. All right, so everybody here likes my lecturing, huh? Well, then I don't know what to do. I'm doing my best to get my lives back to where they used to be. I'm trying. Does anybody here watch Hacksmith? Does anybody follow Hacksmith? I'm just curious. I love it when you say get off your ass Get off your ass and get moving. I know. That's my signature statement. So Hacksmith is a buddy. Hacksmith is actually an affiliate for me, but he also reps for, research peptides. He reps for everything, but he's a funny guy. His lives blew up and now he's in the hundreds. So I've been watching him trying to figure out he's doing something right. I'm trying to learn, there's a method to all this. Yeah, Tina, I appreciate that. I used to get off. Yeah, no, I think Hacksmith is the example of a dude who's very relatable, right? I think he's relatable and funny. Thank you, Heather. Jess, what are your thoughts on inositol? Inositol can help. It's one of those supplements that are very low key. You either need it and it benefits or it does nothing. It can help people with anxiety. I've seen people get better sleep with it. I've seen it help in the morning with kind of stress related things. No, we don't work with research peptides. We only work with 503A prescription grade peptides. Life chapter. I have watched others and each of you use your personalities. You are more informative. I appreciate that. I have been told, yes, Healthy Me, I have a book. It's on Amazon. I'm being very critical of myself. I worked my ass off for that book, but I think I rushed it. It's on Amazon. Check it out. Healthy Me. But I have reread it and I feel like I should have worked on it more. And I shouldn't have rushed it. I was so excited to get that book out because I put so much time into it. There was literally weeks where I would just get up and write all day, study all day, write all day, and that was it. I remember Labor Day. So I'm going to do a version 2 of that. Anybody who buys my book now will get a free copy of version 2 when I do that, probably in the next 3 to 6 months. So any feedback I would love on the book. I think I just rushed it. I could have made it maybe better storytelling. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that. Yeah, Becky, that makes sense. The book is called Fast, Feast, and Flourish. If you go to Amazon and you type in, we can send you the link to the Amazon book too, by the way. Melissa, I appreciate that. There were some tough 1-star reviews, and I take that all personal, and I read the review, and I'm like, damn, I could have done better, But which I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it better. Kelly, Monday, I'm starting the gym. Bye, guys. We're just kind of relaxing now. Sorry, I'm out of lecture mode right now. I'm gonna hop off here in a couple minutes, but I definitely want to get any last minute questions. If I missed your question, drop it in. And I will grab your question. Monday, I'm starting the gym before work, 4 a.m. Hopefully this will break my stall. Break like adding the GLP-1, or what are you hoping will break your stall? There's so little room in the bio. That's why I don't put the book in the bio, But we should probably put that in the I'm surprised we don't put it anywhere else. We don't put that book more often. Becky, we talk about your content and how great it is in Hacks Discord all the time. We all love you too. That's funny. He has a Discord too. That's pretty smart, actually. What results have you seen with retatrutide? Great results. Retatrutide is the best GLP-1, but it does have this stimulatory effect that sometimes increases hunger, which is why the overall effect is less appetite suppression. So I find that stacking retatrutide with tirzepatide might be the best way to go about it. Awesome, healthy me. I appreciate that. I think the onboarding course is super consolidated, Don or Darlene, with everything that you need to know. All right, guys, I'm out. I'm going to go make some coffee and get ready for the day, make some more videos. Check out my injection video. It's really funny, by the way. In my on the TikTok page, there is a video that I made about injections that might make you laugh. Check it out. Have a great day, guys, and we will see you later. I'll be back today, most likely. If not today, tomorrow morning. Enjoy your day, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. If I need to do like a super aggressive Wolverine stack because I fucked up my calf at the gym this morning, what do I need to order?
Yeah. 1,000 micrograms of BPC 157 per day and 2,000 micrograms. So one gram of BPC and 2,000 or two milligrams of TB 500.
How many bottles of each? I just need to know how many bottles to order.
2 bottles of BPC, 4 bottles of TB per month.
Okay. Yeah, I was doing jump rope for cardio this morning, and I thought to myself, man, I forgot that I wear compression socks when I do jump rope because it's so hard on the calves. And I'm not kidding. 2 jumps later, I landed and felt something snap in the back of my calf. So I'm like, that's fun.
Oh shit.
It's it feels muscular. It's just that it hurts. I'm like, so, but I know how to fix that, right? We have
a lot of things. Yes.
Second, I think I had a brilliant idea I want to share with you.
Sure.
About keeping TikTok comments up to date without jeopardizing the account. These girls live in the Philippines and really don't care what hours they work. So rather than trying to jam a bunch of people in there 8 hours a day, I just need to stagger their shifts so we have closer to 24 hours and have 2 of them work at a time.
Yeah, I think most of the comments will come in during business hours. I think most of them, because most of our viewers are USA. So
right.
During
Even if I stagger it out longer, though, right? Like early shift and late after, because they come in late at night too.
But much less though. That's what I'm saying. So given the 2-hour disparity and 3 hours across the US, so comments are probably starting at 4 a.m. Mountain, right? And then they probably go all the way to midnight, I would say. So you could probably stagger it a little bit more, but then I think there's probably a dead period. I would have to. I don't even know if you have a way to see what time the comments come in. You'd have to that'd be an insane amount of research.
Scrolling, but I could keep my faster girls working at prime time, and then some of the newer, slower girls in the later hours of the evening. That way, we're not taking trying to get 3 to 4 people in there to keep it caught up. That we'd still have enough coverage to cover it up. I think if I just stagger the hours somehow, so we have more than an 8-hour coverage, right?
We should definitely have more than an 8-hour coverage, without a doubt. Yes.
Even if it's a 12-hour coverage, and then that way it's 2 girls working in it all the time. We're not jeopardizing it getting flagged because there's too many people in it, and we could still keep it caught up.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. I will get my stuff ordered, and I'm sure I'll talk to you later again at some point today.
All right, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye. So many fucking. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm still live here.